What is going on, everybody? Well, I just got home from a day in Jacksonville, and apparently the Saw X trailer dropped while I was on the road, and so since I've been one of the more skeptical people on the internet about this 10th movie, third reboot in a row, let's check it out together and see how it looks. Supposedly it's taking place between the first two films, so strap in. Here we go. Now.
Out of all the men to cheat, you picked John Kramer?
The cancer is still spreading. I'm afraid there's nothing else we can do. There is one person who might be able to help.
Our program is a two-pronged treatment outside Mexico City. The results have been stunning.
She saved my life.
You're in very good hands with us.
Not good enough.
What happens then?
Your whole life happens then. John Kramer.
According to these scans, the tumor was never removed.
How much time do I have?
Months, at best.
I still have a lot of work that needs to be done.
Looks like a Saw movie.
Hello, everyone. It's time to play a game. You all pretended to cure me, but what I have planned for each of you is very real.
Came upon me. No light, no sound.
The only thing I have not provided is your anesthetic. But trust me, you will want to remain alert.
Fuck. That was a weird needle drop. And to love
All the
you.
men to cheat. You picked John Kramer?
Please, don't hesitate.
Place a big enough piece of your cerebral tissue into the glass enzyme tank. This will save your life.
So sleep, silent
This is not retribution. It's a reawakening.
Live or die. The choice is yours.
Make your choice.
All right. Well, I can tell you one thing right off of the bat. Why aren't you escaping? God dang. Okay, I'll figure that out here in a minute. I can tell you one thing right off the bat. It looks like the first two films. Like, it has the color palette and the vibe of it, so it makes sense, not only canonically that this would take place between the first two, but that is kind of the heyday, the golden age of Saw for me is those first two films. First three are pretty good. Can take or leave most of the others, and some of them are pretty terrible. But it makes sense why they would want to try to get back to that look and that style, because they've been fighting to get it back ever since they killed this character off in Saw 3. Now, I'm sure it's probably going to deliver what Saw fans want. At best, I'm a casual Saw fan. Like I said, I love Saw 2. Saw 1, I really enjoy. I do think it's a little overrated, and Saw 3 is pretty good, but most of this franchise has just really been stretching out this concept way beyond its expiration date. This is the third reboot in a row, and they're just giving up and going back to the most obvious well, which is bring John Kramer and I believe Shawnee Smith is the name of the actress, Amanda. Bring them back and just go back to the first two. And it looks like it's just going to be an entire movie of him in a room teaching people lessons, which is at its most basic what Saw was most successful at in the early days. So from a marketing standpoint, it seems like a smart move. It might deliver one of the better Saw movies, but does this like excite me? Like, ooh, something new with the Saw? No, it's nothing new. It's nothing at all new. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a twist in there somewhere. You have to have one for Saw, but it's just right between 1 and 2. We already know the fate of John Kramer, and I don't. there's not much more else to say about it. It's just it's another Saw movie. It's another Saw movie. They could have just titled that Saw X. No, just another Saw movie, and it would have been exactly the same trailer, and nobody would have batted an eye at that title. So yeah, I mean, a lot of gore, torture, and Tobin Bell back. If that's what you want out of another Saw film, then this looks like it might deliver that. Of course, I'm going to be curious. I'm kind of hoping this is going to drop at Fantastic Fest. That would be a nice little surprise. But yeah, it looks fine. It's not like an embarrassing trailer. It's not one where I look at it and I'm like, oh God, what are they doing? It makes complete sense. If I was in charge of the money, I would probably do something like this. I would just hope that by now, after going back to this well so many times, somebody would be wise enough to say, hey, let's do something like genuinely unique and cool with this one. And this doesn't seem like that's going to quite be it. But those of you guys that are Saw fans, let me know. Is this right up your alley? Is this what you have been wanting from a Saw sequel / reboot? Or do you feel like this is just too redundant, reminiscent, and safe of a choice, and we've had a feels like we've had 20 of these types of movies by now. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys, and keep an eye peeled for September, somewhere in there, and we'll talk about the movie in its entirety. Well, that's it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed that, please click over here for all my 2023 new release reviews. I'm also going to put a playlist of all of my Saw reviews. I've reviewed every single one of the movies up to this point. Please like, share, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my review of Saw X here in a couple of months. And as always, remember, opinions are like assholes, but that doesn't mean you have to be.